Hey, how you doing? It's Dan McDonald from regenerateyourlife.org, and we are here to regenerate our lives for sure. And I want to see if there's anything I can do to be of assistance for you in that department. So, if we're trying to change our lives, I think it's safe to say that everybody wants to be more. That seems to be a principle of life that is deep inside in each and every one of us. Some of us appear to have more of that desire, rise up to the surface. But I think that the life desire itself, life desires to expand, and you are life. And that life is the root of your being, of your body, your mind, and your spirit. And so we want to really nourish and feed that root. And so what we'll see is that we're really attracting our beliefs into our lives, aren't we? And if we don't want to be responsible, then it's a very high likelihood that there will be no changes. If we are going to continue to blame external circumstances that are taking place in our lives instead of looking inside and how we are attracting those experiences in our lives, then we really won't be able to shift and we'll stay stuck in that same place. But if we're willing to look at ourselves and be responsible and understand some of the deeper principles and laws of the universe, and we can look inside and say to ourselves, okay, this thing is showing up like this thing with like the money. You're just barely eking by every month and you're thinking to yourself, this is an abundant universe. Why am I not experiencing abundance? Then you've got to start dissecting your own thoughts and your own belief systems and look at them and see them by owning up and paying attention and being aware. Because you can, if you want to know what you're thinking, all you got to do is look at your life. And there's certain things that we want, and some things are more challenging than others because of our belief systems deep down inside that we need to change. And the deeper those negative self-talk belief systems are, and if there's something that we desire, then the more work we're going to have to do, the more honest we're going to have to be, the more dissecting we're going to have to do, and the more inner engineering we're going to have to do in order to see that desire manifest. So we're working on really building positive thinking. So sort of reprogramming ourselves consciously to what we want. Are we worthy of financial abundance? And see your resistance to that. I am financially abundant. There'll be a little knot in your gut. And you'll be like, no, you're not. You're broke. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be like, then you'll know where the work is to be done. And that you're going to have to, change your belief systems. And it could take some time and some patience, but it's worth it. And really reprogramming yourself and showing up to maybe get some new information, new seeds, new ideas to renew your mind. So if you start watching videos on abundance, you're going to get new ideas, new inspiration. You're going to have new seeds in your mind, and that's going to create a shift, which is going to allow you to vibrate at a higher level and begin the process of manifesting and attracting that which you want. Some things can be simply attracted very easily right away. Other things are more medium, and then there's the long-term stuff, those real deep, persistent beliefs that might have taken place at a very young age and then spent many, many years being reinforced. And then when you come upon that because you have a desire, whether it's financial or relational or in your health, then you may have to do a little bit more work, a little bit more inner engineering, plant some more seeds, and continue to feed the root of your being. Because when you feed the root of your being, and when I say that, I mean going kind of inwards and sitting there and just being. It's almost like if you just allow life, everything that you want, all the desires that have been planted in your heart, if you just allow life to unfold, it's going to do some weird stuff. But it could very potentially, if you feel worthy to attract that which you desire, and you allow life by feeding the root, nurturing your root, which is really just loving the deepest part of yourself and allowing the deepest part of yourself to move through you and cleanse you and heal you. And some of us obviously would resist that because it's new territory. But if we have faith and trust in that, it's like planting a flower. You go out and you dig up the soil and you fertilize it, and then you just put the seed in there. And you don't think too hard about, you know, you don't have to sit there every day and like have an analytical discussion about, is this flower going to grow? You just basically give it a little water and stay out of its way and let the sun shine down on it, and make sure you pull a few weeds and make sure you're looking for insects or anything like that. So you go out and check on it, but all you're doing is really checking on the life process, you know what I mean, for that flower. But you know it really is the life process itself that grows the flower. You can go out there and scream at it, hurry up and grow, damn it. You can take a hammer and pound on it and try to force the flower to grow. You can pour a lot more water on it or put way too much fertilizer on it, but that's just going to choke out the process and slow it down. You want everything to be perfectly balanced and aligned. So whatever it is that you desire, whether it's health, more finances, more harmony in your relationship, you can go deep within. It's an interesting saying, perhaps, the kingdom of heaven is within you, or seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things will be added unto you. In other words, seek ye first the life process, and all these other things will easily be magnetized to you because of your faith and trust in the flow. But many times we have an inability to let go and trust, and we think that we have to do so much. And we find out later on, as we mature, sometimes the less we do and the more we just simply nurture that core essence, everything just begins to really flow to us naturally, you know? The right people, the right circumstances to fulfill the desires of your heart. Desire is not wrong. Desire is not the root of all evil. Desire is not the root of all suffering. Unfulfilled desires is the root of all suffering. But allow that desire to be in your heart, and trust and in faith that the life process within you is doing all that it can do. And the more you allow it by stepping out of its way and trusting and having faith that the flower is going to grow, then all those desires that have been planted in your heart by the love of the universe, right inside your own very special, unique desires. Oh, and I know what it's like to have desires and to work on these things like health. And that desire just grows from more health, more harmony in all your relationships, more closeness and connection with your children. You know what I mean? For example, in my case, or the people around you, or really, just less self-interest and more interest in others, because you're actually letting go of old pain, you know? And it's that pain that keeps us focused on ourselves. And it's that pain that's holding us back from getting what we want. So we can go in there and look at that pain, and we can nurture and nourish and love that part of ourselves, you know? And really look at those places where we've been hurt and turn to them as the mature, spiritual, conscious adult, and look at those places inside of you instead of ignoring them through drugs or, hopping around from relationship to relationship, or pizza, or gambling, or overworking, or over-exercising, or all the things we do to escape, you know, to avoid that voice inside of you that says, hey, pay attention to me, you know? Your mom or your dad, they just weren't there for you or whatever. Nobody was there for you. People have turned your back. You've been hurt over and over and over again. I understand, you know. But now it's time for you to look inside. It's time for you to nurture and love yourself. It's time for you to have faith in the life process and allow that root to grow within you. That root of life. And just allow all the desires of your heart to effortlessly come right to you. And all the right knowledge and all the right people and all the right circumstances, and all you got to do is lay back and enjoy the ride. The more you can lay back and enjoy the ride and be at peace, then the better off you're going to be. I got to go now. My friend is outside waiting for me, so I better put some clothes on and get it together here. Thank you very much. Peace be with you. Hope you enjoyed the video.